The history of the Associated General Contractors of America is noteworthy in that the association, which is the largest and longest tenured in the United States, was born out of necessity. The year was 1918, and the United States was caught up in the throes of World War I, fighting intense battles with nemesis Germany throughout the European theater. One of the many difficult lessons learned since the U.S. entered the war in the spring of 1917 was that construction was an essential war industry. A request made by President Woodrow Wilson to contractors throughout the nation triggered a chain of events that would result in the organization of the Associated General Contractors of America in November 1918. The AGC of America was initially comprised of 97 leading general contracting firms, which joined together to build housing and training centers for the U.S. Army. This monumental task was the single largest construction project U.S. contractors had ever undertaken, with the exception of the building of the Panama Canal. The Utah chapter of the Associated General Contractors was founded less than 4 years after the end of World War I. The first formal meeting of the association was held January 9, 1922, at the historic Hotel Utah in Salt Lake City. The first leaders of the chapter included President V.P. Strange and Secretary-Treasurer Eric W. Ryberg.
Eric W. Ryberg Award is the highest honor that's given within our chapter. But he was always grandpa, and to find out how well respected he was and how instrumental he was in helping to establish the chapter back in 1922,
Those early members worked tirelessly at their respective crafts, and their efforts made it possible for future generations to enjoy the modern-day comforts of life we often take for granted.
They had some vision in building an association of people that have common goals.
People took a chance back then in getting together, trying to rally. Back then times were difficult, but they were able to get together as a group of, again, progressive thinking contractors who were willing to give back to the industry that they have made a living in and help build this great state and this great nation.
Since its inception 88 years ago, AGC of Utah contractors have built virtually every major project in the Beehive State. These projects not only provide the foundation of our existence, they enhance the quality of our lives in every facet. They include stately government buildings, institutions of higher learning, state-of-the-art medical facilities, complex roads, bridges, and highway systems, not to mention intricate utility systems such as water and wastewater treatment plants, underground pipelines, and electrical generating stations. It would be impossible to comprehend what life would be like without these incredibly multifaceted projects.
The partnership that we've been able to establish with AGC, in particular, and the contractors that are members of the AGC, has enabled us to achieve some really great things.
The AGC of Utah is comprised of more than 500 companies, including general contractors, subcontractors, and suppliers. Member firms are responsible for roughly 90% of all commercial construction projects built in Utah, and they work collectively as a group to promote the values of skill, integrity, and responsibility.
I think the AGC is the voice that one, understands and listens to what's going on in our marketplace and our industry, and two, how to respond to that industry. And how do we respond in a professional voice that is respected.
In 1966, the AGC of Utah achieved a historic milestone with the completion of a new headquarters on 1135 South West Temple in Salt Lake. 43 years later, AGC members have again joined together in unison to construct a brand new state-of-the-art building that will serve the needs of the chapter for the next 40-plus years. Like a good old-fashioned barn raising, some 270 AGC member firms donated their time, manpower, resources, and money to make this new building a reality.
This will serve us for a long time in the future, and a great thanks needs to go to all the members of the AGC who contributed so much to this building.
It's had its, I'll say, challenges. It's had its days of frustration. But if you really step back and look at what we are undertaking here, it's also amazing that we can come together and do something like this.
While many leaders within the AGC deserve credit for helping bring this project to fruition, 2008 Chairman of the Board Lonnie Bullard of Jacobson Construction is the man many credit for finally getting it off the ground.
I think I was in a position of kicking off the actual construction, but in reality the genesis of the new building for the AGC goes back at least 10 years, maybe 15 years.
You could say that's borderline craziness to even attempt a barn raising, so to speak, in today's economy with a complicated structure amongst firms who traditionally compete with each other.
With the new headquarters now complete, AGC member firms can continue their focus on the future needs of the construction industry. Despite being competitors, members work together in harmony for the good of the industry. In addition, the friendships forged from participating in the association are those that last a lifetime.
Why are we involved? You know, we're a big company, we got a lot of folks, but that's not the point, is it? What we learn from suppliers or what we may learn from subcontractors, some of their ideas and their needs, we can take those ideas and needs back into our firm, and we can be better. We can be a more professional group because of the AGC.
I have great respect for members of the Associated General Contractors of Utah and appreciate the skill and integrity you bring to the citizens of our state. The construction industry is one of the most important industries in our state, and the projects you build greatly improve the quality of life for everyone. This new facility is a testament to the hard work and selfless contributions of many great companies, and I applaud your efforts in coming together to build this state-of-the-art project.